this is all new to us. Like Riverside is. So we're like, oh, what else can it do for
Yeah,
us?
the possibilities that it's going to open for us to be able to like talk to so many more people.
That's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're so excited for this. Okay. All right. So let's roll our beginning of our podcast. Okay, so I have things I haven't got to catch up with Lauren actually like this past weekend. We talked a little bit. So I'm gonna keep you in the loop with what we normally talk about. Did y'all hear about this Blue Origin one?
Yes,
Yeah.
vaguely.
Okay, I was gonna ask about that. How did we feel about Katy Perry being like, "Of course I'm gonna sing in space"?
I mean, do you, girl, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I guess that's what she does for a living. Why not?
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
serious. Yeah, it was just funny. Like I was looking at it, and first of all six of these women are like baddies. Like they
Dude,
were,
my gosh.
yeah, they were so freaking like good looking. I was like, what's the nerd in there?
A nerd. They are nerds. They got it all.
Great. I
Uh,
watched that whole thing from
you
start.
did?
Yeah, I think it was like maybe 30 minutes before it started. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm on, ooh, I gotta get on TikTok live real quick. And so I did and watched the whole thing till they got out of it. It was so cool.
That
Yeah,
is really,
it
it
was.
is cool.
It's interesting. I've heard people refer to it as like a elevator ride up to space.
Yeah.
You just
It
come back
really
down.
is that. Yeah. I would do it.
Let's go. Did we really go to space?
Yeah. You gotta get them.
You know what? I'll stand on the side like Chloe and Chris and just cheer you on. How about that? I got y'all. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? I sure am gonna fall out of there just like they did and kiss the ground and be like, look, I made it back, y'all.
Yeah. I thought they were being dramatic, but you go and you see the view that they have and it's insane. So I would definitely probably come back and kiss the ground after that.
And like when they're coming back down, it's just so fast because they're obviously like free falling and stuff like that. So I can't imagine, like, that's the scariest part is the coming back down. You're like, oh, are we gonna make it?
As they said, the parents were supposed to come out. I was like, oh my gosh, what if they don't come out? What if they don't happen? What's gonna happen? I was like, this is live TV. What do we do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, exactly. I'm like, I don't know, but they made it. Luckily, they're here. They're here. Yeah. So did y'all see the photos of them initially before they got into the, well, when they were going by and ringing the bell? Have y'all seen the memes, Gail, where she's like, she just looks like so stressed out. Like she's like, who's setting me up to get in this rocket? Yeah. Well, and in the video of her in there when they're all floating, she's like stuck on the middle. She does not want to let go.
That would be me for sure.
What did you sign up for? Y'all weren't supposed to pick my name.
How did they get picked for this though?
I have no clue. I know it was supposed to be something big because it was six women. I don't know if it was like a lottery system or, they just had the most money.
Well, it's Jeff Bezos' girlfriend, right? That was
Yeah.
up there? Yeah.
That's
The one that he failed going to. Oh, it was great. I didn't watch the video. I wish I should have watched the video, but I only saw like all the remarks and everybody was talking about like him whispering to his girlfriend after he fell. And he was just so embarrassed. He was like, "Oh gosh, who let me?"
I haven't seen this. I need to go see this.
Yeah.
so funny.
TikTok, Google it.
Billionaires are people too,
I guess so, all of a sudden.
I guess.
Yeah. He's never supposed to trip, Lauren. Never.
Man, he fell. He
Yeah.
fell so hard. Oh,
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
oh,
Isn't he old? How old is Jeff Bezos?
come on, I don't know. I mean, like,
I
Google.
don't know.
I don't know.
I'm guessing like 67.
Boom.
Did I get?
Same thing? No, you're wrong.
Is he younger? He's younger?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like 61.
What's
Not that much
myself.
younger.
Nah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, but his spouse is Miss Mackenzie Stuff. Oh, she's our age. 93.
Go, girl. Do you?
Wow.
Poor
Can
day.
you imagine that dynamic? Oh my gosh.
Wait, no, that's his ex-wife.
What?
But she's still ours.
Gotta. Yeah. He's got that whole, who's the guy? Leonardo DiCaprio, who says bye after 24.
First of all,
After,
do you believe that he's like draining the young women of their blood to keep himself young? Is that what you believe? Because I kind of believe it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like
or,
he has yet to age.
Seriously.
that's true. He's a creep.
Well, there's my TED talk for today.
I'm so glad we talked about that because I'm like, I'll tell like my husband, hey, did you see this? And he's, oh, no, I wasn't on, TikTok or anything. I'm like, okay, well,
Good job. Not to actually work, but to be on TikTok, keeping up with me.
Yeah, that's our work. That's our job.
he's on no. Why? And what's going on?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I love all of this. All right, Lauren. So for you, let's go ahead and roll the intro.
Let's do it.
Can you hear me? It's Des and Lo, and this is the Did We Really podcast. Killed it. I love it.
I want the tea. When you give me a story, give me the tea.
All right, guys. So as you can see, we have a lovely guest today.
Welcome.
Did you just use your last name? I know your last name, but would you like us to, would you like us to use it? You know, we're gonna give people your government name. They're gonna Google you.
I mean, yeah, well, I don't mind that. I like my last name. Pretty great.
Well, you gave it to him, so we're good.
Got it.
On your own volition.
Uh, so I know Rachel from Lubbock, and this was something we met. We were young,
We're in middle
and
school.
okay. See, I was like, I knew it was middle school. I was trying to track back all the schools we went to.
Yeah, no,
What?
I figured it out whenever you said your uncle, and I was like, middle school, yeah, Mackenzie, duh.
Yep.
Mackenzie.
Yes, that was during the transition of 7th, 8th, and 9th. They were still in middle school together, and then like it changed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the last year, yeah. We were the last ninth graders there.
Were you
Yeah.
the same age group whenever you guys knew each other?
No. I was like,
No.
You're older than me.
yeah.
You're only a year. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Come
you hung out with you hung out with Desiree, right? And Jonathan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out.
That's actually the couple I talk about. So at least at the very beginning of the podcast, I was talking about them because I love what they're doing. Like they're like out in like content world, creation world. They're pretty cool. So, anyway, so Mackenzie, we went there. That
Yes.
was a interesting time. I feel like it was a good little balance in school then. How was your Mackenzie experience?
Basketball was my life, so I
Mhm.
didn't
Oh.
really do anything else. Well, I mean, I'm all cheerleading. What? Cheerleading, no big. It's fine. Really cheerleading and basketball, and then we had basketball outside of stuff. So it kind of, I just really did that. I really didn't do anything else. I was like,
That's good though. Ball is life. I feel like Dest and I have talked a lot about that being our life, especially in middle school. But I was not a basketball girly. I still don't know what a point guard is. So that's amazing. All I know is I am now a Lakers fan because Luca moved to the Lakers, and that's all I know.
I didn't know this announcement. I didn't know you were a Lakers fan now.
I'm wherever Luca is, baby. I'm wherever Luca is.
I mean, that's
Yes.
just saying.
You know, I am a fan of Luca, but I did not follow him to the Lakers. I don't have a basketball team. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just not. Anyway.
The Mavericks is my husband, so.
Yeah. We want to be the Mavs, but then, they were stupid. They made a stupid choice, so.
Oh, yeah.
He's doubled down on the situation, though. He's like, best decision we've ever made. Like, yeah, who are the Mavericks, anyways?
Yeah.
I do want to bring up something. So you said you did cheerleading then. So like, I was talking about this the other day with another parent. Cheerleading, like back in the day when we went to school, was like cool, right? Like you said, like you're like, yeah, I was a cheerleader. But like here, they do not care. Like they're like, I talked to my daughter. Yeah, I talked to my daughter because she's in middle school now, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, your cheerleaders, they're so brave for getting out there. And she's like, they suck. I'm like, what? Like,
Dang.
they all clown on them. Like, they give them no respect. Like, it's just, these poor cheerleaders go out there to cheer, and everybody's just like,
That's so sad.
Dang. That is sad. Cheerleading is a sport.
It really is. Did y'all see? Okay, I don't know if y'all follow Tech. This is really random. But Tech's cheerleading team just won co-ed and I think the all-female one. I don't know what that's called. But they
yeah,
won both championships.
I saw that.
Nice.
They are
You
so, oh my
Yeah,
God.
well, because obviously, I have a bunch of like people on my feed, so I see all this stuff. But like, people are also like, Texas Tech football team can't win nothing, but here their cheerleaders are.
Don't worry. They're really about it. You might as well just put them in. Don't worry about it.
Somebody compared them to Bring It On, because you know the
Really?
cheerleaders are really good and the football team sucks.
That is funny. That is one thing I will stop on TikTok scrolling is the cheerleading competition. Like they're amazing.
Literally.
That's really
Yeah.
cool that you did both of that. Yeah.
Did you have any Bring It On moments while you were a cheerleader? You know, you just started fighting the other team, cheer fighting.
A dance fight.
First of all, I was always, every time I get out there, I think to myself, okay, you know what? I'm going to kill this. I'm going to kill this. And then I'm like, messing up 5 different times. And I'm all, you know what? I'll just try better next time. Let me
It's
just
just
do
for fun. It's just for fun.
It's okay. I'm just going to try.
Yeah. You know what? I look cute in my outfit. We're good.
I'm fine. And you know what? Okay. So this is so stupid, but I have a Monterey or a Mackenzie picture of me and standing by the tree. I don't know, between the gym and like the auditorium area, that little hallway, there's a tree right outside that. Dude, I have a picture of me standing by that. Whenever me and Omar first started dating, I gave that to him. He still has it to this day.
Oh, that's so cute.
Look, I'm still hot. Man, look at me. Yeah, dude.
That is hilarious. My husband just laughs at my bowl cuts and stuff.
Bangs back in the day. And I had my big old glasses and my husband's like, you know what? You're still cute. You got it, girl.
Aw, that's
You better say that.
awesome.
That's what I like to hear.
Speaking of your husband, how did you meet your husband? You're married, right?
Yeah, we are married, yes.
Okay.
We met in the Monterey training room.
High school sweethearts. I love. Okay.
And
I like the Monterey training
Every
room.
time you do something, you're like,
I'm really proud of, that's how you'll know.
it's your giveaway.
Literally.
Okay, so y'all met in the training room.
Yes, and I was recovering from my tear in my ACL. He had a tear in his ACL, but it was football season for him. So he had to therapy right after. I would have to do therapy right after. His best friend that I love to death now, at the time I didn't, he'd always be like, hey, Rachel, Omar's going to ask you something. Rachel, Omar's going to ask you something. He wants to talk.
Aw,
And I'm not even joking. I ignored Omar for a month before we even started talking. And then I saw he was talking to somebody else and I was like, okay, now this is not fun anymore. Let's do this. Like, that's it.
I need that attention back now.
Figure it out. Like, figure it out, dude.
Yeah. No, totally. Okay, so met in high school, and then it's just ever since. You're not tired? Sorry, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just
And and y'all are together all the time. And yeah. We laugh so hard together. It's so funny. And we're like crying. And then there's days where I'm just like, I don't want to be at work. We should call in and just hang out, huh? He's like, oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that. And I'm like, okay.
sounds so perfect. I love it.
I know. So with y'all being together for so long, like, what if you're looking at it, like, how has it been actually like growing up with one another? Like, you literally you were children, and now we're in our 30s.
Don't say that. I'm not really, like cracking when you say that. It's terrible. I mean, literally up together, been together more than half our lives. So, I mean, this year will be 19 years together.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's so crazy to think about that. But at the same time, like, we've grown, we've worked through, like, we've seen a lot being together. And I'm not saying like we're old we are old, but still. But like, we've seen a lot together and we've seen like, couples like break up and not be together anymore. And then we're just like the only ones. And I'm like, man, thank goodness, like we've talked everything out. We both know we're both in the same position where divorce is not an option. We have to figure this out. We have to fix it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
At what age did y'all actually get married?
I'm all 2014. Sorry.
So 10 years, almost 11 years ago. I'm like,
you.
math. Yeah, no. That's
smart.
awesome.
We've been together for
So
quite a while.
you waited a little while to get married. You guys were together for a while, and then you decided to, yeah. I like that. I had a long engagement as well. Big fan. Big fan.
It's great. But people don't realize, like, when we were together at our 8-year mark, I mean, that's when we got engaged. But then times before that, we were still, like, in college. We were still in, like, coming out of high school. I was the senior. People were like, oh, you aren't married yet? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, we still need to, like, live, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why it took so long. And honestly, it worked for the best for that.
Yeah. I love where you're going with that, because I know, like, we've talked about it before, and, you know, obviously, like, I had kind of, like, young, but I look at, like, all the high school relationships that I know, and, like, parents wise, and, you know, people who are our age, and you just see, like, kind of the fall through, like, that happens, you know, most of the time, like, there's cheating going on, or there's just people who aren't ready to commit. But I like that you said, like, you waited and you allowed you allowed each other to grow and kind of be sure, like, this is us. Not, it's still being committed to one another, right? But, like, just allowing yourself to be like, okay, like, I still need to become the person I am, versus being like, nope, time to lock it down.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you cut off. I was like,
No, you guys were frozen for a second, and it makes me want to, like, pause for a minute and make sure that you can hear me. No, but I like that. I like that decision. What makes you feel like knowing each other from such a young age? What do you think the key was for you guys to really? Because couples are gonna fight. They're gonna go through shit, and they're gonna, have their own drama. What's maybe the one or two things that you feel like you guys really locked in on to make your relationship so successful all of these years, almost 20 years later?
Honestly, that would be, so I'm the worst at trying to figure out what somebody's, like, feeling. So for us, I always tell them, tell me what you're feeling. Tell me, I need you to talk to me, because if you don't talk to me, I don't know how to fix it, or vice versa. And so I think that's really, we communicate a lot. And if still today, we'll tell somebody else, hey, you didn't help me with the laundry today, or I'm kind of annoyed that you didn't help me, but let's move past it and let's move on. And we're like, okay, you know what? Heard. Let's move on. So it's just really communication. And I like that we can talk. And I sound so cheesy, but
no, not at all.
it's like sometimes you don't want to admit those things because it feels so cheesy, but it's like the truth. It's like you have to communicate.
Yeah. And then I told him, like, I love him to death, but I told him the only way out of this relationship is through a coffin, so he better figure it out. So thanks for laughing. That makes me feel great.
That's awesome.
Way out of here.
I love your guys' story. That is awesome.
So I want to know, what do you feel like your biggest fight has been? Like, obviously you don't have to tell us if you don't want to, but, like, what is something that you fight about, or that's something that was, like, really, like, eye-opening for you to really push past it and continue?
Really?
Nothing. We love each other.
I know. I'm like, we're trying to pull something out that's not there.
Let me see. I'm like, what has he done wrong? But I feel so weird. Like, so we almost didn't have our wedding because pain stuff, I guess you could say. So we literally have our wedding, and then another one because we were going to have alcohol at our wedding, and my parents don't drink. So my parents were like, I'm not going to go. And I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And I mean, dude, planning a wedding is just go somewhere, the money on the honeymoon. Like, I would never give my wedding up for anything because I looked awesome that day. But it literally saves some money for the honeymoon. Don't have a big wedding. Like, if we could have done that, we would.
People in the back.
For real.
Oh, really?
Our
Just
family
kidding. Gotta be engaged first.
is like literally so Mexican that they want us to everything. Everything's full on. You really don't have a say in what's going on. And me and my husband are like, okay, just tell us like what day to show up at this point, because we'll just be there, whatever. But I mean, we talk a lot, and we're always around each other. So I don't. If we argue, it's for like 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Are you hungry? Do you want to go play the game?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
So what I'm hearing is the only thing that might have broke you up was your wedding.
That's awesome.
That's correct.
And what I'm hearing is the other secret to a relationship is food and video games. Is that what I'm hearing? Oh, yeah.
Please don't forget the communication.
Just those 3 things. That's it.
Gosh. Okay. I love that. I love that. And I love that you didn't have anything like crazy to say for it. I know we tried, but I was like, people want to know, like I see you guys and like I see you on my socials and you guys always look happy. And I mean, we've played around with the fact of like sometimes, social media isn't real, but like I remember you and I remember like your personality and like just being around you. But you're so bubbly. So like it's cool to see. And like it's interesting. Like people wonder what makes a long relationship. And like you're saying it. It doesn't have to be hard.
It really doesn't.
Yeah.
Saturday nights, if me and Omar don't want to do anything, I'm like, okay, tonight we're going to put on a movie. We're going to play some video games and have snacks and hang out. Okay. And he's like, oh, we got to put on music too. We got to put on music. And I'm like, oh, and I'm we should probably drink. And okay, cool.
I love it. I'm writing down notes over here. I'm writing down notes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. My Saturday nights are like lame. I'm like I'm watching clubs on TikTok.
Yeah. That's Steph's new thing right now. She's watching the people have fun out.
Yeah. Well, look, you live there. You live in Lubbock. You've been out. How crazy is it out there? Like, it's crazy.
I don't like to go places because of that. I don't. People are crazy and people suck these days. Like, that's just, it's just awful.
Yeah.
And I don't
they suck everywhere, I feel like. In that environment, in a club environment. And I feel like that's really all Lubbock kind of has. Like a nightclub.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like the Gaslight or something. That was vibey for a little while, but a club? No, thank you.
No, I don't care.
Not even that.
Only my grandma knows about like the underground club.
Come on. We need to know where that's at.
Carmen, hit us up. Cut that out before she disowns me.
She would never.
Yeah, no, see, I don't, that area, whatever, I'm here.
And we just don't like to go places because of people.
Yeah.
I just can't. And Omar, like, we used to go to rock concerts back in the day, sounds so old. We used to go to concerts, and dude, concerts back then were just, people just went to go listen to music and hang out and have the best time ever. And now, like, is somebody going to bring a gun? We don't know. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's awful.
Very real.
What's your vote on concerts when people record the entire time at the concert?
I'm like, first of all, you put that on your Snapchat. I'm going to delete. Literally, I'm deleting you.
The 50 stories of the same thing. I'm just like, oh my God.
Singing right below it.
Yeah. Like, I can't even hear the music. It's just you.
I'm like, if you're going to do that, like, just be in the moment. Just hang out.
Yeah.
And then
agreed.
There's always times where people are like in front of me and I like can't see. So I'm like, hey, can you scoot down a little bit? I'm like, I'm really sorry. I can't help it. And I just really want to see too. And they're like, I don't know. Okay.
They're just like, how about no? You're like, okay.
You slap the phone out of their hand.
That's me. Two different reactions. Random question. I did see your t-shirt and I said, I love it. And on our Halloween episode, I had my Don't Trip hat on. So I was Mac for Halloween, kind of.
Hell yeah.
What's another favorite musician or band that you're into right now?
God.
So much, I'm sure.
Okay, unpopular opinion. I don't really like to listen to like the new music now. I like to stick to my list and not change from that. Like I'm listening to 2000s hits and 2000s R&Bs. Like I'm not listening.
Always.
If I have to,
That's what I was listening to go pick up.
Yes.
I
It
mean,
never
God.
gets old.
oh, you know what? No, Big X the Plug, like him. Yeah,
Okay. He was
I,
at Coachella this year.
dude, he's so great. And I told my husband, watch. I'm gonna listen. I think it's one with Bailey Zimmerman, his new one that just came. Watch. I'm gonna learn this whole thing, and you're gonna freak the fuck out.
I love
I
that
love
song.
the hype.
Picture you in your mirror with the lyrics, just like
I put it on my phone so that way I can just sit there and I'm like rapping to my dog, and he's all, I don't know what you're doing. Like this is weird.
All the
okay.
doggies.
Okay, yes. All right. You're a dog lover. We love
I'm
some dogs around
sorry.
here.
Let me rephrase that. My son. Sorry.
Your son.
Your son. My, what kind of dog is he? Pit bull mix or pit bull?
Yes, he's a bully.
Pit bull.
Yeah.
Bully. Because
Yeah.
he's short, right?
So we taught him to push. And so whenever like, and if I don't make sure I close the door all the way, he'll push it. And when he pushes it, he doesn't realize I'm standing behind the door. So he'll hit me with it.
Dang.
Man, he does not care. He will push that door so hard. He gives nothing. He doesn't care about anybody. He doesn't. As long as he's in that door, he has FOMO so bad. It's so terrible.
Yeah.
We get that.
Yeah, I would totally get that. So on some of the days that we record here in like my office, like Lauren's a dog lover, and everybody who comes to my house really loves our small chihuahua. And so like he's like jumping over everything to get into Lauren's lap.
So you only have one doggy right now?
Yes, I'm trying to convince my husband.
Right now? You want more?
Dude, I want a great, so my husband said he's going to give me a Great Dane, which I'm like, hell yeah, like, let's do that this year. Like, I want a Great Dane. But then I'm like, okay, we got to be adults and buy a house. It's so adult.
Hey, you don't have to if you don't want to. But if that's a goal, by all means, go get it, girl. Go get it.
Get a house, get another dog.
If it were up to me, I would be like, I'd get the dog. But it's not, so.
I was like, what if we buy a house next year? So that way we can get. He was like, no, we need to be responsible. I'm like, nah, let's not do
See,
it.
then yeah, you guys balance each other out like that.
I always tell him, I'm like, YOLO, babe, let's do
You're
this.
just gonna come home one day with a big Great Dane puppy. I did it. Oh, I love it. A Great Dane. So you want a horse?
Everybody says that. I'm like, dude, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Like
I
a
used to
miniature
have
pony in
one.
your house.
They're so fun, and they want to be so gentle. They're so cute.
Let's transition a little bit. Lauren has a Reddit story. Let's get into the Reddit story, Lauren, and then we'll continue to move through.
Okay, this is called I Really Don't Like Kids. Oh wait, did it get deleted? Did it get deleted?
Like, forget you. You don't like kids. You out of here.
And you know what? I copy pasted it on here, and I wonder if I still have it.
That was aggressive.
I still have it. Should I read it?
Yes, read
Yeah.
it because you found it specifically for Rachel.
Literally.
Okay. This is called I Really Don't Like Kids. I just turned 40 and I've known since about 12 years old that I never want kids. I was lucky enough to marry a man who didn't want kids either. The problem is other people's kids usually annoy me to the point where I have cut off friendships because of the person's kids. We're always around kids that are too loud and out of control. I hate to seem like a mean person, but I would just never want the responsibility of having one. Plus, I can't tolerate loud, sudden noises, stomping, running, etc. We've been out in public where I've had to leave because somebody's toddler was screaming or they were letting their kids run around the store like wild feral animals. And people get so butthurt when you say you don't like or want kids. This one says, plus we're Catholic and we're supposed to view children as God's precious gift, but I can't help it anytime someone tells me they're pregnant and all as I can think, well, congrats, you've ruined your life. Okay, so we can kind of gauge how you feel about that a little bit.
That is so.
That's why it got deleted.
I wanted to read this because, yeah, exactly. I wanted to read this because we know you don't have kiddos, right? And there are people who are very extreme about not wanting them. We were just laughing, like, what if this is how Rachel feels?
Oh my God. So I have no heart.
This is what we thought it would be a funny little icebreaker. I love that she's cracking up.
She's like, what demon wrote that?
We're just automatically like, oh, what? Are you reading this? No, because for us, I think it's interesting, like, especially me I've been with my husband for quite a while too, and we ended up having a kid, pretty early back, and it was not planned by any means. So I guess it's just kind of wondering, like, what made you not want or want to have kids, or was that a decision that you guys didn't make lightly? Because you guys obviously seem to have a ton of fun together, like, as a couple for so long. So what was it that kind of led you to that decision, or are you still making that decision?
No kids for us, ever.
Okay.
We are the cool Theo and Thea. That is us.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. And, I mean, even if that, like, with being Hispanic, you gotta have kids and nonsense. And so from there, like so I have a heart problem. And so for us, that if we were to have children, like, I mean, initially Omar would have to end up deciding it's either me or the kid. And Omar's like, I don't even want to put it in that. And I mean, honestly, we didn't even talk about kids until after we got married.
Really?
It's something that it wasn't on our radar. We have so much fun with just each other that we don't, I mean, it was hard to like get Apollo into our family because it was always me and him. And so once we like put Apollo in there, we were like, oh crap, we have to adjust to this. Just think if we had a baby, we have to,
Yeah.
What? Like you have to do time and be like, you have to wait, nap all the time. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And even Omar, like, he was really supportive too, because he's been with me through all of my heart, like, stuff that we've been through. And he's like, you know what? It's your body, and I'm not going to put you through that. I don't even want to take a chance at it. And I'm like, yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. So he goes, if it changes, because I know I'm 35. So he goes, if you want children now, I mean, tell me, say something. He goes, but if you don't, we'll move on with life. And I'm like, cool. I'm still good.
That's awesome. We love a supportive partner.
Yes. Yeah. No, for real. But we may have kids now, but we definitely are on the train of like, if someone asks, they're like, how are you having kids? I'm like, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I love that honesty. I'm like, you know what? Let me buy you a drink. You need a drink.
Yeah. No, I'm like on the train of like, I love to see, and like, I love babies. I love other people's babies. Like, come to me and you're going to go back to your mother.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be the cool aunt as well, but then I did have kids, and it's a struggle. It is hard, and I think that's why we say to people, like, really know what you want to do. It's so important. But we did have them, and we're here now, and it's so crazy. We're like, okay, go back to being babies, please. But that's I love y'all's dynamic, and I just kind of wanted to gauge maybe like why, and if that was a decision that y'all made lightly or maybe not so lightly.
Yeah, it is what it is now, but at the same time, we're chilling, we're good. We don't want to like mess it up.
I like that.
And I will say, I feel like, I mean, I know a kid is harder because it's like a full 24 hours like with a kid, but I feel like dogs are they can be just as hard. Like, yeah, if you heard Lauren's stories with DOG,
Okay, first of all,
It's just as hard.
I don't even know your dog, but they didn't do it. Okay, so that's it.
Oh, he
I'm
did
done.
it. Oh, he did it.
Yes, he did. And then wrote his name on it just so I knew he did it.
The culprit in question.
My God.
Let me just put my phone number out there on the collar for everybody to see.
She's on.
Yeah. You want to adopt him? No.
Yeah, I'm like, anybody call the number on his collar, please.
Just kidding. He's not going nowhere.
No. So,
What?
just to be clear, you don't feel like the person in the Reddit story.
God, no. My God.
Just to be sure.
Just want to make sure for our listeners.
The title set it off, and then the ending just like put the cherry. They dropped the mic and walked away. Literally.
Good thing you're never going to have kids. I hope that you have a change of heart if it happens on accident because you do not like them worth anything.
No. Apollo's enough. Don't worry about it. And then I got to get another dog still. And so, priorities.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Priority. You gotta have your giant miniature horse in your house soon. I want to know how does it feel with like the pressure of, we're gonna stay on this kid topic. How does it feel? Like, do you have pressure from like outside sources? Like, I know you say like, even in that story, like that is relatable being like Catholic or being Hispanic. Like everybody wants to know when you're gonna have kids. Like, how does that or outside pressure like feel coming to you?
It's tough, dude. Like we still get it to this day. And it's so tough. And part of me just wants to be a jerk and just be like, okay, we can't do this because of this. But then I'm like, at the end of the day, you know what? It's not about them. I don't have to explain myself. But if you're going to still do that to me, then I'm like, it's hard not to get angry about it and feel the pressure. But I will forever tell myself, and me and my husband, we've said this, and we're going to say it till the day we die. My grandma, this is dramatic, sorry. I'm all dramatic for a second. My grandma, when she passed away, she was on her deathbed and she was holding my hand and said, "It's okay if you don't have children." And so literally that was the last thing she said to me. I don't care about anything else. That's it.
Nope.
I just got goosebumps.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that she expressed herself to you before
Yeah,
that.
because that's
Yeah.
not common with Hispanic families at all. So,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
And my comeback from everybody who had asked me after that, I'd be like, my grandma said I don't have to.
My abuela.
I've got the pass, okay? She told me I didn't have to. I'm good.
So many times I want to say that, but Omar's going to be like, then they're going to be like, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, you don't worry about it. Like, I'm not telling you for a reason. I'm just saying this is my statement. There.
Yeah. That's it. I'm done.
That's it. Goodness.
Oh.
So terrible. So terrible. I can't get over it.
Yeah, that Reddit story. So much. I love that for like every reason. Reddit is our go-to for like random stuff because, geez, there's so many random stuff. Like people speak crazy on that app.
I can't believe it was deleted from when I found it to just now. Like,
It was her husband. Her husband was like, "Why'd you put that shit out there?" She thought she was gonna get so much praise. Like so many people were gonna be like, "Hallelujah!"
everybody's just like, mind your business. It's okay to not like kids, but like, just put on some headphones, girl.
That's it. That's it. Oh my.
Okay, so I don't know how to easily transition into this. So I'm gonna bring it up because I know we have a few people who've listened who can connect with you on this way. But you mentioned that your dad passed away a few years ago,
Last
right?
year. Last year.
Last year? Okay.
Yep.
As an adult, and I know, like, again, there's a few people close to me. One you talked to in particular, and actually, when I saw her a few weekends ago, she loves you so much for reaching out to her.
My gosh. Yeah. I'm all legit.
Yeah.
She's just a good person. That's it. That's it.
She is. I completely agree. A few weekends ago when I went to go see her and stuff like that, we were talking about Rachel and she just had so many good things to say because, you know, it's a connection that you don't want to have with most people, but it's a connection you guys have. And she just felt so supported by you. So I want to know, I mean, I know this is tough, but how is it processing that? And just how is it being like, now that you know how it is, you being so supportive for other people, like being able to help other people who go through this? Like, I want to know that perspective. I want to be able to learn like how I can help other people when stuff like this happens to them.
I mean, really, dude, because I just, at the end of the day, I would want somebody to check on me, even though, I mean, even though I just don't want to talk to you that day, or I just don't want to talk to anybody at the day for even the most part. And really just like when Heather went through it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to text her every day, see if she needs anything. And then there'd be times where I'd give her like a couple days and I'd probably text her again. Honestly, and then I'd text her, hey, you don't have to text me back. You're good. Don't worry about it. Just let me know if you need anything. I love you. And that's it. So it just to really just be supportive and just check in, even though they may not text you back. But it's like slowly went to where I was like, okay, you know what? People are checking. They're still going to check up on her. That way we still make sure we talk. And it was really just and just saying, hey, I'm here for you. Tell me what you need whenever you need it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, totally understand that. If you mind, I think I saw you post something the other day. Well, did he have dementia?
Yes. Yeah, he had that
Okay.
too. Worst disease one of the worst diseases I've seen in my life. Literally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something familiar. So my boyfriend, his mom passed away from that this few years ago. And so like just seeing like just hearing it from that other side, like I just man, it's tough. So how is it feeling now that, you know, he's with you but like no longer here? Like how is it that you kind of continue to like heal?
Hey, I'm gonna say this and not cry. I got this. Honestly, this is gonna sound stupid, but at the end of the day, I never thought I was gonna have to be the one to say, I don't have my dad anymore. Like, it was so stupid because I thought I'd never have to say that. And I was like, my dad's like super, and I don't have to worry about that ever happening. And I'm like, oh, it happened for this person and this person. But then at the end of the day, I never really thought I would have to go through it. And so it's different. But I have his I have his picture in my car and I'll talk to him every day. And you know what? I'm like, my dad is, I don't know if I can cuss, but I'm like, my dad's fucking amazing. And he is so good at sending me signs when like I genuinely need them the most. Like legit. It's so cool. Like,
I was going to ask about that.
It's so crazy. He's the freaking best.
That's gotta be so good. That's awesome. I love that. Do you have any little signs that you want to share?
So the other day I probably was just in I have good days and bad days still. Naturally, grief doesn't have time, of course. And so I was in one of my days and I was telling my husband, I think I'm just going to get away from work for a second just so I can, just get away because I've been crying and I'm thinking about him too much. I get in the car and I never put like my Spotify on until like I go grab it and then connect it. Well, automatically I turned on my car and then a song by ELO, which is a band that me and my dad used to listen to together. Coincidentally, and Omar's dad used to listen to them too together. We would sing the songs together all the time. And so I literally sit in the car, turn it on, ELO comes on, and then I just kind of sit there for a second. I'm looking at my dad's picture and I'm like, Dad, if that was freaking you, you're freaking amazing. You're so awesome. And then I called Omar and I was like, my dad just played this song.
I appreciate you talking about it with us because like it's a touchy subject and I commend you because, again, it's a healing process, but I love that story and I love that it's like to music because, that's like the best thing ever. I feel like if something's going to get you out of like, just something, it's going to be music.
Yeah. I love that story. We want to touch on it because grief, like you said, grief is such a weird thing and, it comes and it goes. And I think I don't know for you, but it sounds like it's healing to talk about, and be able to relate with people who have lost their parents or their loved ones. And it's just nice to hear your side of it. And also amazing that you're just able to help, other people that have gone through the same thing. So
Yeah. Yes. You are being a light.
you are.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it.
Of course.
Okay. So we're gonna try and laugh some more.
We go up and we go down on this podcast so
Yeah.
much. It's crazy.
Yeah, we do. Luckily, the camera's far enough for me sometimes so y'all can't see me cry.
I'm like moving off the side of the screen. That's why I had to get up.
Okay. Lauren, we're going to
Hey.
be wrapping up this episode
Okay.
soon.
Okay.
Not right this second. It's like done. No, I'm just kidding.
And
I want you to tell us something you soft launched this week.
Destiny.
You've been struggling with this word soft launch. I'm like, it's in our show notes, and she's like, I don't know what to choose.
I don't know. I can definitely tell you something. I'm hard launching this week, though. How about that?
Okay, go on.
Okay, so we started this season off with wanting to really jump into New Year. We're 4 months in, and I feel like I haven't jumped in too much the way that I really wanted to. So after this weekend, I don't know. I just had like a hard little weekend mentally, physically. I'm hard launching my new year again. How about that?
What does that mean?
What does it mean? Starting over. Keep starting over. I support you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Done.
I can always start over. I can always
Yes.
go back. So, I'm proud to say it has only been 2 weeks of me out of the gym this year. So today was my first day back after 2 years. I'm going to be
2 years.
hard launch 2 years, 2 weeks. Let's go back to episode, what was it when I was talking about my goals? All of that again.
I don't know. If you listen to episode 2, don't listen again. Listen to this one for Lauren.
Got it.
Yeah, not Mexico. Leave Mexico out of the equation. But I'm hard launching my mid or fourth year goals once again.
I support you.
I love it. I'm not laughing at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been my motivation here lately. So hard launching Destiny's motivation.
I literally see you post and I'm like, man, she's going to work out. I'm going to work out today. And then I see you post and then I see like Heather post and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll work out today. Nah, I'm good. Next time she posts, I'll go.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I'm not good at accountability, and I'm not good at I'm a great procrastinator. That is one of my skills. I am wonderful at it. But lately, I'm like, I got to get to the gym. If it's going to be something that I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the gym. And I hate it. Every single morning when I wake up, I'm like, I could sleep for 40 more minutes. I could sleep for 40 more minutes. Get out of bed.
And you're learning to love it, right?
If you would like to text me,
Did you pause? No, I'm just kidding. I'll tag you. I tag everybody. I'm like, y'all want motivation to go to the gym? I'm going to tag you. You better tag me so I know you went and I can keep going.
text and be like, hey, Rich, I really don't want to go to the gym today. I'm going to text you back and be like, you know what? You need that extra 45 minutes. You sleep, girl.
I'm going to motivate you to do what you want.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it because if it's anybody else, like if Lauren texts me and she's like, If Lauren's like, I'm not going to go to the gym, I'm like, yeah, you deserve a rest day. You
Yeah,
should.
you really do. Except for lately, you're like, get your ass up. Get your ass up. It's been 2 weeks, Lauren.
I really, really would love if you come down to Dallas at some point and you have a little extra free time, we would be so down to get you in person at a studio and have another podcast. Because I had so much fun talking to you.
And it was so nice to meet you. And I'll be waiting for you to text a picture of your Great Dane.
We will.
There you go.
I hard launched it on the podcast.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, it was great chatting with you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Did we really talk about Lauren starting her new year over again? I love it, Lauren.
Did we really have our first online podcast?
Are you ready to elevate your brand?
Or are you still working on Canva logos until 2 a.m.?
Let Collective Dallas handle it.
They worked with Fortune 500s to small side hustles like your cousin's biz.
Web design, branding, they do it all.
Visit collectivedallas.com and let the pros handle it.
And if you want to run ads on our podcast,
email us at didwereallypodcast@gmail.com and we'll make your ad sound just as good.